quest of getting ourselves out of the rut, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever used these statements before by any chance? I feel like I can't do it anymore. It's like maybe I am just not good enough. Have you ever been in a state of almost continuous anxiety? Does the silence of the night, or the vague outline of furniture in a dark room, or the distant noise of a passing train or car feel alien to you? Do they feel hostile? Do they feel meaningless? Do you feel the burden of misery? I'm here for you. Think about it. If they feel alien, then you must be a two-in-one kind of being. And only one of them is the real you. Allow me to show you how to go more deeply into what you have. So here is a short and funny narration of a story, probably one that you are familiar of. Once upon a time, in the bustling streets of Jerusalem, there was a woman who was dealing with the stubborn issue of bleeding for 12 years long. She had tried everything: doctors, home remedies, even a weird friend's suggestion to rub a donkey's tail under the full moon. Nothing worked. One day, she heard about a guy named Jesus who was in town. She thought, why not give this a shot? After all, I have tried everything else. So she slipped through the crowd, ninja style, and managed to touch Jesus' clock. Suddenly, she felt something amazing. The bleeding stopped. It was like magic, but better. Jesus turned around and said, "Who touched me? Who touched me?" The woman came forward trembling. Jesus smiled and said, "Relax. Your faith has made you whole. Go in peace." And just like that, the woman realized she didn't need the bizarre donkey rituals. All she needed was within her. Same case to you and me. I wouldn't dive into the you that looks outside for the scripts of pleasure or fulfillment, or sometimes for validation, or sometimes for security, or sometimes for love. While there is a you that has a treasure, but infinitely greater than anything the world can offer. By the way, at this point, I would like to let you know that Ego likes you to subscribe to the idea of human accomplishments that are not even achievable. My goal in this video and in this channel is to bring you into a state of connectedness with something that is immeasurable and indestructible. I like to call it the end of suffering. It is finding your true nature beyond your name and form. The greatest obstacle of getting into this state is identification with your mind. There's always an incessant noise that prevents you from finding inner stillness. There's a big danger of identifying with your mind, because identification with your mind creates opaque concepts, opaque labels, images, words, judgments, and even definitions that block a relationship with you and yourself, that block a relationship with you and nature, that block a relationship with you and God. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, I understand. I know you want to tell me that you live in a complex world with continuous problems and continuous conflicts. But overthinking is a dreadful disease, and a disease happens when things get out of balance. For example, there is nothing wrong with cells multiplying, but what if they multiplied uncontrollably? Then that's a disease. So that's why we can say that overthinking is a disease. At this point, we will not even say that you are using your mind wrongfully. We will actually say that you are not using your mind at all. Your mind is actually using you. It's almost like you are possessed. In case you haven't been listening and all you have been doing is admiring me, I want you to take this with you. The beginning of freedom is the realization that you are not the possessing entity. I'm trying to tell you that you are not possessed by your mind. You take the mind to be the possessing entity. And guess what? We'll start watching you think. You will now realize that all the things that really matter, beauty, love, creativity, inspiration, joy, inner peace, arise from beyond the mind. Thank you for watching. For these and more videos, it's important that you subscribe to the channel. I want to be an inspiration to you, and I am slowly learning that I can pass on what I have, and it's going to be of help to you. See you in the next episode. I hope we shall discuss about how to get out of your mind, because most of us are in our minds. Sometimes I am in my mind, but you will discover some inner peace, some inner. It's undescribable. You will be happy for no reason, and people will wonder what's wrong with you. Why are you mad? You're just happy, but it's because you will have done the job, the inner job, and keep fighting the good fight. Anytime you're in a bad mood, just come on. I will have you sorted. Bye.